everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Today I'm really excited to be talking about the next LEGO Icons modular building. This is the Natural History Museum. It's set number 10326. It's got 7 minifigures, 4,014 pieces, and it's going to retail for $299.99 US dollars when it releases on December 1st, 2023. That is a very strange release date to me. Before we really get into it though, I do want to remind you guys that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group. And of course, LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. It is available for pre-order now, but I don't like that it's a December 1st release. It's the same case for the new Botanical Collection set, the Tiny Plants one, which looks adorable. But both of those are traditionally January releases. You know, you've got the Botanical Collection and the new modular building kicking off LEGO Icons every single year. And it's not going to be the case for 2024. So I don't know, to me it just feels wrong to be getting a modular building in December. I hope that this is not a permanent change, especially because I'm obviously going to buy it, and I wasn't planning on spending $300 on a new LEGO set in December. I'm like, oh, it's December, there's no like big set coming out, like my wallet's been drained from Black Friday. Why don't I go ahead and, you know, like use my monthly LEGO budget to go back and pick up some other sets? Like, I still haven't bought my Jurassic World sets from June, which is like physically paining me because I need my LEGO Brachiosaurus. And I bring that up because there is a LEGO Brachiosaurus skeleton in this set, which looks adorable. There was no Brachiosaurus skeleton in like the dinosaur fossils set. I know people had really wanted, I was going to say people really wanted an herbivore, but we did have a Triceratops in that set. So it's wonderful to finally see a Brachiosaurus skeleton. I think it's built really nicely, like with a bunch of these bar holder and clip pieces. I love how the neck is supported by like this black pillar. And I also love how the bananas are used as ribs. I think that that's really clever. And I'm happy about it because, you know what? I love dinosaurs and I love natural history museums. Like, whenever I go to a new city, whenever I'm on vacation in a new city, I always go to the Natural History Museum. Like, I was just in France visiting my dad because he lived there in January, and we went to like a town in Switzerland, and like the only thing I wanted to do was go to the Natural History Museum and see the dinosaurs. And again, this was in January, so it's not like I'm a child. But yeah, the point is, this is right up my alley. This is exactly the kind of thing I wanted to see, like a modular natural history museum. A lot of people have been talking about the color. I don't know if I like the color or not. I'm a little bit torn on it because I do think the olive green makes me think of the Creator Expert Haunted House from 2020. Like, that's immediately what comes to mind. And I'm honestly leaning on the side of not liking the color. I think it looks too much like that haunted house set, especially with all of the ornate like entrance work and the roof. Like, that's what the Haunted Mansion looks like too, because I mean, it is the haunted house, I mean, but it's like the Haunted Mansion ride at Disney, right? Like, that's what it reminds everyone of. And so that's honestly what this color scheme reminds me of too. I would have really liked a tan color scheme, although the police station did just come out like 3 years ago and it's also tan. So I get that, you know, maybe it's too early to repeat color schemes, but I don't know. I feel like there was another color that I would have liked more. That's not to say I think it looks bad. I think it looks excellent, but it's giving me haunted house vibes, and I wanted to give me more Natural History Museum vibes. But yeah, it is also only a 2-story building, which I don't love 2-story modulars. Like, I really like 3-story modular buildings. It is much wider than a regular one, as you can see. It is on a base plate and a half, like assembly square. So finally, after 7 years, assembly square really messed up people's modular displays. So now after 7 years, they can be right again with this museum. It makes sense that the museum is so big, especially if it needs to like accommodate a lot of exhibits like the Brachiosaurus. But yeah, I kind of wish it was taller. Like, I'm glad it's on 2 base plates, but at first glance to me, and I haven't taken like a deep look at the pictures yet, I just saw a couple on Brickset, but at first glance to me, I don't know if it's worth $300. Piece count wise, definitely, because it's over 4,000 pieces, but I don't know. I feel like for $300, I want a 3-story modular. You know, I don't want a 2-story one. But let's take a closer look at it and see, because I think that that could obviously change. So at the exterior, we have a little window washer. I love this. Like, I think that this is a really nice detail, and it'll be easy enough to remove that if you don't like it. I also love the banners that are hanging down. They're vinyl pieces. I kind of would have preferred printed panels, or printed tiles, I mean. But I mean, vinyl is more accurate, you know, like it hangs more like a cloth banner would. So I love this one is Explore the Future, and it's all space themed, and I love the little studs flying around. And then this one's a little bit obscured, but it says Go Back in Time with an image of the new Lego Brachiosaurus molded animal from the Jurassic World sets on it. I also like the museum tile, the printed tile that's here at the front. I wish it said Natural History Museum, like I wish it was 2 tiles, but I think just museum works as well. The roof isn't like as ornately detailed as some other modular buildings, but it's still got plenty of detail with like those scroll pieces, and I love the way the ingots are like inlaid there in white, and even the little nano figures as little statues is really cute. And then we have 2 much larger statues at the base, which I think is awesome. That torso print, I don't know if it's new. I was thinking, like, is that the same torso print as the elves in the Rivendell set? But I don't think it is. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I love the little staffs that are built with microphones that these guys are holding. And this is a new hair color, or a new color for this newer hair piece. Like, I think that hair piece was just introduced in 2023. So that is really awesome. And I think that I would like a little bit more like brick detailing. Like, there are some masonry bricks on the outside. I think the windows are built up really nicely with those candlesticks, and I love the big columns at the front. But having some more masonry bricks to kind of break up all of these just regular bricks, I think that that would have been nice to see. I also love this detail at the front of this bulldog that's like running away with a bone. I think that that is absolutely hilarious. Obviously, these pieces can't actually hold anything in their mouth, so it's just kind of held up by a clip. But that's just a really cute detail, and I bet the designers had a ton of fun putting that in there. I also really like this tree at the front. It's like very cherry blossom with the pink and the white, and I think it looks beautiful. But that's enough time on the exterior. Let's go ahead and look inside. Here's a little bit of a better look at the dog and the bone. Oh, and this minifigure, I don't really like talk that much about minifigures in the modular sets, because, you know, they're just nice little characters. But this minifigure, I believe, is a reference to a past LEGO theme. I forget what his name is, but I think it's like some guy from Adventurers that's back now, and I always love references like that, so that's really cool. Now, going inside, it does look like we obviously have a fully tiled ground floor. Looks like a little space thing on the wall here. I guess these are like pamphlets maybe that they give out to people. Oh, and they have like a magnifying glass on the back wall. And then you have the Brachiosaurus skeleton in this room. So that looks pretty good. And it does like peek through to the second floor. So I really like that. I like that there's a gaps where you can like view the Brachiosaurus skeleton, because I love that in natural history museums where they have like large atriums and then you can go upstairs and like look out over them. So that's pretty awesome. You have Lego references up here with pirates and forestmen and castle, and there's like a pirate ship on display, and there's an anchor. That's pretty nice. And then I think this is supposed to be Earth in the middle there. I'm not sure, but it looks like Earth to me, and it's using that like new superhero posing piece, which is cool. And I like that build for a rocket. Oh, and there's a model of the solar system. That I'm really excited for. And then on this side, I don't know what these are. It kind of looks like some weapons. This is a really interesting staircase, actually. I like this a lot. It's just built with cheese slopes, right? But I feel like we don't see staircases built like this in LEGO. Usually they have studs so that you can pose minifigures on them. So that's pretty nice. I like that building technique. Okay, here's a better view of the Brachiosaurus. You can see this fossil on the wall built with a whip. I saw people calling that out on Brickset, and that is really awesome. I mean, we're kind of staring at the Brachiosaurus's butt right now. But this is like a nice shot that kind of like shows you a little bit more of the museum interior. And then there's that solar system-y thing on the wall. But I think there were some better images as well. Oh yeah, so these are some fossils. So we have the large one. Oh, look, there's a dinosaur poop fossil. I love that, because when I was a kid, I liked learning about dinosaur poop fossils. And then you have a skull, which I think is built really nicely. Like, it's so small, but it looks so good. Like, I'm really impressed with how good this skull looks, considering that I think it's only like a 2x2 size thing, you know, like you can see the clip holding it. Like I think that that's pretty impressive. This kid isn't wearing the dinosaur shirt though. I think that that's a missed opportunity, because there is a dinosaur shirt that was introduced in LEGO City recently. I would have liked to have seen the kid wearing that. And then this looks like the museum curator's office. So you have, oh yeah, you have a typewriter, because the modular buildings are like olden days, right? This is a really cute office, but thinking about how the modular buildings are supposed to be like the 30s and the 40s, did they know that this is what brachiosauruses looked like? Because they used to think that dinosaurs were like really slow creatures. And I mean, brachiosaurs were, but you know what I mean? Like science was obviously more outdated almost 100 years ago. So I wonder if they would have posed the skeleton the same way. But yeah, here's a better look at all of the minifigures and the brachiosaurus skeleton. But like I said, I don't really think we need to spend too much time on the minifigures. There's 7 in a $300 set. I feel like I would have liked to have seen a couple more, because I think modular buildings usually come with 5 or 6 for $200, or now they're $230. So for $300, I would have liked to have seen more like 8 or 9 rather than 7. Because, okay, so we have like, this is a museum worker, this is a museum worker, that's the curator, that's the window washer. So there's only 3 citizens to like visit the museum, and this is a big museum. So I would have liked, you know, more like 5 citizens to visit. And I feel like, again, it's a really missed opportunity to not have the dinosaur shirt on this kid. And it would have been nice to have another kid with a dinosaur shirt. But I love that this figure, A, is using that hair from the BTS set. And then B is using the prosthetic leg. I think that that is really cool. And I still don't have that piece, so I'm really excited to get it. And then there are other images, but I guess they aren't shown separately. Here it is on the modular street with the 2 most recent ones, the Jazz Club from 2023. So again, now we have 2 modular buildings in the same year. I don't like that at all. I wish it was still a January release. And then we have the Boutique Hotel. I don't think it looks good with either one of them. I have to be perfectly honest. I think that this street layout looks not good. I would not display my street like this at all. I personally don't like the Boutique Hotel set. I still bought it, but I have not built it, and I don't like the color scheme of it. Like, I don't like the flesh floor. I don't like this little tree that looks nothing like the trees in any other sets. I don't like the way that this floor clashes with the nougat and the sand green. So I'm not a big Boutique Hotel color scheme fan in general, and I think once you put this color scheme next to the olive green, next to the dark red and the blue of the Jazz Club, I don't think it makes a cohesive street. So I don't have all my modular buildings with me anyway. I haven't done a LEGO City update video in a while, but there is no more room in my city for actually any of these 3 modular buildings. So when I go home next month, I'm probably going to bring the Boutique Hotel and Jazz Club back here, if I ever build down my backlog here, because I still have a lot to build here. But I'm going to be, I am going to have to display these 3 together. So I'm going to have to come up with a better combination, because in a perfect world where I had all of my Lego with me where I'm currently living, and with a much larger Lego City display area, I would love to put this, I feel like near Assembly Square would look good, or maybe not, because this is why I put the 2 big ones together. But the point is, I'd have this far away from the Jazz Club and the Boutique Hotel. Like, I'd put this next to the police station or something. Ooh, yeah, like maybe this would look good between the police station and like the Sanctum Sanctorum, although maybe the greens would clash a little bit. But yeah, like when you put this side by side, I like the olive green less. Again, it's just, I don't think the color works, you know, next to the sand green. Sand green is a color that's been used on several modulars, I believe. And I just don't love the olive green. I really feel like a brownish color would have looked better than a greenish color. And if it was going to be a greenish color, I feel like sand green maybe would have looked better. Actually, a whole sand green building would have been awesome. I like that. I would have liked the whole thing being sand green with like the white trim and the gray roof. So again, that's just what I think. It is huge though, right? Because it's on a base plate and a half. And then looks like we have a little telescope outside. That's cute. And then there is the model of the solar system, which I think looks really good. I love you know, space stuff as well. And I was actually working on an idea submission of a solar system a couple years ago that never went anywhere. But yeah. What else? Yeah, oh, there's only one lifestyle picture. But I mean, it looks well sized. I guess it is worth $300. I feel like I'm just being picky. I would obviously like it to be 3 floors, but it's not like it's small for what you're paying for it. And then do we have, yes, a 360-degree video, my favorite thing. Yeah, I mean, it's big. It's a good size museum. And honestly, I do think you could do another floor. Maybe I would do another floor. You know what? Maybe that's what I would say. Maybe this is going to be the first modular that I customize to add another floor on top of, because again, the subject matter of this modular is far and away like the thing that's most up my alley. Out of all the other modulars are amazing Lego sets, but I don't care about jazz clubs. You know, I don't care about like 1920s hotels. I want like a nice modern like 2020 hotel. So having something where I'm actually like really passionate about the subject matter depicted in the set, that's really exciting for me. So I think it would be fun to like mock another floor on top of this. And I love the skylights up there. Little back door, drain pipe. It is really plain around the back. I feel like modulars have been getting more detailed around the back, but this one isn't really. Maybe some more windows would have been nice. But again, I just feel like that's kind of nitpicky. It does look good overall. I think personally I'm going to need to add another floor, which is going to be a pain in the butt. But maybe someone else will do it for me, you know? I've recently been buying people's mocks, you know, like I bought a couple from the Bricklink mock pop-up store. And disclaimer, I do work at Bricklink, so that's not a promotion. That's just me saying as a fan, I have bought a couple of things. And it's kind of fun to buy people's mocks. So I don't know, I've also bought instructions off of Rebrickable. Maybe I'm just going to wait for someone to add another floor to this, and then I'm just going to pay for their instructions and let them do the hard work for me, because I am not like a huge mock builder. And again, it just seems like a headache to figure out all of the intricacies that go into this. But anyway, I'm sure this video is very long by now, but let's just take a look at this little lifestyle video to see if there's anything new. Oh, that's interesting, the way that those little bits of the roof go in. Oh, this is that was a better look at the inside, like there was a toilet and everything. Oh, and there's a Yellow Castle reference and a Forestman hideout reference. That's nice. I wish that there were more pictures of the interior. Oh, and yeah, there's a broken vase on the floor. I wish that these things were spotlighted more on the box and on like the gallery of the mock, or not the mock, of the set pictures, because I feel like there's a lot of details that you don't see. And I love how easily removable the Brachiosaurus skeleton is. That's really nice. So yeah, I think that the Natural History Museum looks like a really cool set. I don't think it's the best modular. You know, I had high hopes, but I don't think it's the best modular. I still think like Assembly Square and the Parisian Restaurant and the Downtown Diner, like those are kind of my favorites. But it's definitely up there. And I just think it's so exciting that we're finally getting a Natural History Museum. And I know that that's something that us fans have been asking for a long time. And I think, you know, people are also asking for and people were asking for a hotel, but I think people are also asking for a post office and a library. That's the thing. I would love to get a modular library. I would go nuts for one. Like, I just imagine it being so beautiful. And actually, one of the mocks I bought from the mock pop-up store, it's not modular, but it is a library, and I'm so excited to build it because it just looks like a couple of stacked books, and it looks amazing. So actually, that might be a nice thing to display in between this and the jazz club or the boutique hotel. So anyway, thank you for watching this entire video. If you got all the way to the end, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.